All right, hello. We are Blue Marble Security Enterprise. Our enterprise is a multidisciplinary organization that helps to include projects from entrepreneurs, the defense industry, and various sponsors throughout different sectors of the market. Currently, we are working with several sponsors, including Michigan Tech, General Motors, Oshkosh, and the U.S. Navy through 7 individual projects. BMS as a whole is a student run simulated company. That means that students are able to take on student leadership opportunities such as project management, financial management from each of the projects, and an overall decision making process for the enterprise at large. Today, we are going to be talking about our 7 different projects, kind of how the organization is set up, and hopefully give you an insight into what our enterprise looks like.
Hello, we are the High Density Mobile Shelving Unit Redesign project as part of Blue Marble Security, and our goal is to redesign the bookshelves on the garden floor of the library at MTU's Van Pelt and Oakey Library to be sustainable and safe in the future. To accomplish this, research and prototyping have been done into improving the electronics to easily replaceable components, as well as creating a manual override crank that can drive the shelves in the event of a power or electronic failure.
UP Community Energy strives to make the UP a more desirable place to live by lowering the cost of energy. This will be accomplished by determining what mix of energy sources is most efficient for each area. A MATLAB code was created that asks the user for information and returns outputs that demonstrates what mix of energy sources would make the most sense financially.
The Smart Tow team is in charge of making a smart towing system for the U.S. Navy. We're working with their special operations group, and the latch contains a mix of mechanical and electrical components. This is a demo of our latch. So it will take load like this, and you can notice that there's a hook here. The hook just clips and unclips with the movement of the sleeve. So the mechanical movements will move the sleeve in conjunction with the electrical components, and that will help to tow a submersible through a towboat.
So I'm a member of the GM Digital Twin team at Blue Marble Security, and so we're sponsored by General Motors, and we're making a virtual version of one of their assembly line cells using a software called Emulate 3D. And Emulate 3D lets us emulate every single part of the cell physically and electrically. So this on the screen is an older model of the cell without any of the technology that GM has given us. And so you can kind of see like how the software works and how it does things physically. So you can teach the robot different various points, and it can pick up and interact with objects. And so in a real cell, you could have this model running, and you could have it using the real programming logic that the cell would run out in the real world, which then lets you test new introductions and other changes to the cell, which can save a ton of time and a ton, like thousands of dollars with travel, when acquiring new parts, and downtime when operating the cell. And so the main goal of our project is optimizing the process of creating one of these digital twins and seeing how we can streamline this process in the future.
GM Pickpoint has been an ongoing project for General Motors for the past 4 years. We have been developing and innovating a vision system that utilizes commercial off-the-shelf parts to run an image processing system that commands a robotic arm to pick and place trained objects. We have been continuing this project this year in implementing a depth sensor into our system to allow the NERIO-NED, the robotic arm, to pick objects with vertical offsets. This semester we've also been implementing safety features such as an e-stop button to be a hard shutdown in the event of an emergency.
So we do have a few other projects that aren't necessarily suitable to talk about here. So we have 2 classified projects. One is dealing with the filtration of gases in a submarine, and the other one is evaluating the ride quality of a classified suspension system. Thank you for tuning in to learn about everything we do and to learn about Blue Marble Security's ongoing projects. Hopefully you've enjoyed the insight, and thank you for watching.